Hello again. Now we're back inside, we can connect up the camera and transfer the photos to the computer so that they can be put on Autopano Giga. Connecting the camera. There we go. Go over to the computer. Right then. So if we go over to the folder, here are our pictures. 120 different pictures, as you probably saw from the earlier section. So we go from pointing downwards at the grass up to pointing up at the fences and the panels in the house. So that's worked fine. Obviously, the more pictures you have to take and want to use, the longer it's going to take. I want to give you a demonstration of how the program does actually stitch the photos together. So rather than stitch all of these in one go here now, which would probably take over 3 hours, I'm going to show you with a few photos. So instead I'm going to, there we go, so here's 3 photos. So open those into the program, there they are. These are just 3 photos of my bedroom. Got one of the cupboard, or the wardrobe even, and then we've got the panning round of the bedroom. So what we can then do is we can say go. I don't know if you didn't see that very well, but it did actually just find the photos, get all the information needed from the photo information, such as the camera model, and then it can work more accurately with the pictures. It then found control points, which are similar points in each picture of a similar colour, and it's then gone and saved the file. So if we now open that file, there it is. We can open that, and there it is, looking quite dark. And they never, there we go. They never will look quite right in this. This is a version of them, which is usually quite, well, obviously it's not rendered, so it's not going to look quite right anyway. As you can get an idea there, from the side of the cupboard to there, you would never be able to do with a normal camera. If we look back at the original pictures, there you go, there they are. So you've got one of the far right hand side over to the left. So there's just an example. So that's come up now, and we've got that. We can go back over, and this tells us some information about it, which we don't really need to see now. But the important thing is, if we go back to the picture, it's cropped the picture so it's the right size, obviously in terms of pixels, but also to make sure that the edges are square. Right then, so if we go over to, where is it? There it is, render, and I've got a whole load of options as to how we want to render it, which way. I'm going to just hit render, and that brings up a separate window. As you can see here, we have, it renders them in blocks, so you sort of got a block containing each part of a photo, and you can see there it's starting to take shape and it looks much better. And this, as you see, it's all, well, there you go, it's all fuzzy around the edges and not quite looking right, whereas this one, it may not look perfect now, it's a preview, but if you see, obviously it's slightly curved because the way it's been taken, but obviously it looks a lot better. So it then goes through a process of smart blend, where it takes each individual photo and gets rid of the border, so you can't see the outlines of each photo because the light levels will be different. And then it will go ahead and sort out that, and that will take anywhere between a minute and 5 minutes. So I'm not going to show you quite the end of this, but this will literally just finish and you'll get a bigger picture. Right, there we go, slightly better. Obviously you see the wardrobes curved around because of the way it's been taken, but if you see over here, this is obviously just a preview, it's quite low quality, but it's actually stitched them well. So let's just stop that, and there's a demonstration of how the program works. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the real panorama, and we will see how that comes out. Here is the final rendering that the program has done. As you can see, it's pretty brilliant, to be honest, for 2 minutes of work. And you see pretty much the only problem here is this section here. I don't know if you can see the mouse very well in here, but we have a section here slightly off, but that's obviously got to do with the light. If you see, it's very, I don't know if you can see here, but it's very bright light coming through, so the section's obviously got slightly confused. But apart from that, we see the rest of this, we've got brilliant rendering, and it's pretty much seamless over this side, and then we can always zoom in. So if we go, obviously it's going to get grainy eventually due to the quality of the camera, but yeah. But yeah, it's brilliant. And here is the final rendering of the outdoor scene. As you can see, this is much clearer than the preview I showed you, and the file size would suggest this, as the file is a 1 GB file and 28,910 by 4,734 pixels, and the current level of zoom is only 9%. You can always zoom in a lot. For example, here is a guinea pig. There we go, that's only 70%. There we go, 100%. Obviously some areas won't be quite in focus as each individual blade of grass is a different distance. Look at that. See key details of, you can even, I don't know if you can quite see that, but you see the upside down code on the box there. My sister's bike. We can even scroll around to over here. I don't know if it will quite zoom in that far, but I think it should do. Zoom right into 100%. There we go. Don't know if you can make that out, it might not quite be visible on the camera, but it is possible to just about read the lettering on a size sort of 10 text from over 2 meters away. Just using the zoom of the camera, you also get a good reflection here. To see the full image, I'm probably going to post this on my website, or there's a link at the bottom of the video. So yeah, this is the result of all my work. And of course you can always create more panoramas. Thanks for watching.